Hello, what's up, guys? Not Super Mario and Matits are back on a Friday, not on a Saturday, because we were like, you know what? Maybe it's gonna be better for the stream to be on the same day that the show comes out, the episode comes out. And that's how you get views, that's how you get subscribers, that's how you know YouTube and stuff. But yeah, we are back. Hello, Matits, how's it going?
Oh, hey, hi. You know what? How's it going on your end? I'm gonna ask you
On
that.
my end is going pretty okay. It's very cold,
Well,
very
there you
effing
go.
cold. Not
Okay.
not right not right here in the room, but outside. It's cold.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice, nice. Good to know.
Uh, and you are like what in general? How's it going?
Same old.
Same old, same old.
I'm a little under the weather for the past week, but that's how
Ah,
it goes.
I mean, it's the life. Sometimes you're under the weather.
Okay, let's
Sometimes
just
you're
get
just
to the episode.
excited.
Jesus Christ. I knew this was a bad idea. We shouldn't
Yeah.
do this on Friday.
Anyway, welcome to the stream. We're gonna talk about WandaVision episode 6, spoiler heavy,
Oh,
because that's how we go. We don't care that the episode came out today. We're gonna talk about spoilers today,
that's right.
and that's pretty much it. And of course, if you have any questions, any thoughts on the episode, any thoughts in general, leave it in the chat. And of course, hello, hi, and all those things. But yeah, let's start with the overall thoughts, Matits. What were your overall thoughts on this episode?
Fun. And you?
Fun.
Yeah, I mean it's a fun show, right?
Yeah, it
I
is.
mean,
It's a
we
really,
still,
really fun show.
yeah, I mean, what can we say like week to week? Like there wasn't any major like oh my god things here except for the very end, I would say. But
Sure.
overall, very watchable, very fun, entertaining show that is just still just going at it strong. So I don't have any major things to say
Yeah,
about it.
if I had to compare this episode to the previous ones, like in all the previous ones, if you've got first two where you've got oh my god, I have like 100 questions, what the heck is going
Mhm.
on? You've got the third where it's kind of trying to explain. Then you've got the fourth one, which is explaining the previous three one. Then you've got the fifth one when you've got the biggest cameo, or it's not even a cameo anymore because he's now a part of this show. And now you've got the sixth one, which once again opens 100 questions for the next few episodes. However, how many there's left, because some people are saying there's 10, some people are saying there's 9 episodes. Who knows? I don't care. If there's gonna be 24, I'm up for it. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this episode. And like you said, there was no like Quicksilver moment, like oh my gosh, this is like oh I didn't expect that.
I would say there were quite a bit of Quicksilver moments.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Uh, but like you said, it's fun. It is creepy. It is. It was a Halloween episode, so creepy was kind of implied just with what the episode was. It's set in the 90s, of course.
Is it though?
Yeah, it
Is it
is.
set in the 90s? Because Parent Trap and The Incredibles both came out in 2000s.
Yeah, but because of the start that is mostly based on Malcolm in the Middle, which started in the middle of the 90s. So I think they went with the 90s because the next episode is going to be 2000s to 10s. I don't know.
Yeah.
So now they are kind of merging 2 decades together. But yeah, like you said, this episode was 90s and 2000s. And I
Yeah.
loved it. I think it was once again really fun. I really like the intro of the episode.
Yeah.
And as we said, Quicksilver is now a part of this show. It's not just like here's something to fuck with your brain. How the heck this happened? But yeah, he's in the show. And let's talk about Pietro or Peter because he's Peter. He's not Pietro. What is going on with Pietro? What the heck is going on with him? First, one theory of mine got debunked immediately because I said if he doesn't use his powers, he's not Quicksilver.
Yeah.
He uses powers like in the intro, so at least that
Hmm.
even if somebody is impersonating as Quicksilver, he does use his powers. But can we trust Pietro or Peter?
You know, I don't know. He definitely, I liked him in this episode. Definitely did become kind of strange towards the end when he all of a sudden knew everything that was going on. It's so weird to me. Like, at some point, like, everybody knows what's going on. Like,
And at other
there,
points, nobody knows. Yeah.
yeah, because there are some moments where it's kind of like, I mean, is that even a secret? Like, every character is kind of like, yeah, this is weird and everything, but then all of a sudden everything is like it's normal and everything. It's so, I don't know what's going on here. I like Kevin Peters in this role, and can we trust him? I maybe, I don't know.
I mean, in this episode, you've got a few moments where you kind of feel that are people actually afraid of Wanda, and that's why they're trying to like satisfy every single thing that she wants. Because Herb
Mm,
had a moment with her like, should I do something different? Then Pietro was like questioning what is going on and knowing pretty much everything and admiring what is going on, which is interesting to me. And the
no.
way he, like you said, he feels like he knows everything, but at moments he doesn't know absolutely anything. So you're kind of like,
Hmm.
who the heck are you? I mean, he was really interested in a thing how this started. I was like, okay, why are you so interested in that?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, I'm really on the fence. Like, is he Pietro or is he somebody else? It isn't Pietro that Wanda knows. I mean, she even questions him like, "Why do you have a different face?" And he's like, "I don't know. Why do you have like a different accent?
Hmm.
Where did your accent go?" But I like the dynamic that now we have with Pietro and Wanda. Like they know what is going on, or at least they. I mean, Wanda is like, "Do you think what I'm doing is wrong?" And he's like, "No, nah, it's okay." Like he wants her to be doing what she's doing.
Mm.
So I'm kind of interested in what that does that means for the future episodes. I feel that he is not Quicksilver in any way, just look wise.
Yeah.
I think there's somebody else behind that or inside of him, impersonating him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't trust him. I wouldn't say I trust him. I think he's a shady looking character.
Yeah, he was definitely very interested in how it all, like, how is she doing that and everything. Uh, yeah, maybe like we were talking earlier, if he will even be in the next episode. I think that he will. I don't think she kind of like erased him from this reality.
Yeah, I mean, we have a moment
Yeah,
with him with zombie Quicksilver,
yeah,
and that was like kind of scary. Uh, it was very scary, but I was like surprised. I mean, he had the wounds that her Pietro had in Age of Ultron,
mm,
so that was interesting. And that moment was kind of like, is he alive? Is he dead? What the heck is going on? If she saw him as she did Vision, what the heck is going on?
yeah, and also how he looked. It was very like special Halloween episode, like like kids friendly, but it was still kind of scary. The type that you see on those. Kid-friendly TV shows type of makeup, but it was like still like it spooked me once again. They got me once again, and we were talking like every time Wanda turns around, turns her back to the camera, you know that a zombie of some kind is coming.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, and that makes me feel if we know that Vision is dead and
Mm,
and Pietro is dead, is she just controlling another body and for some reason has a different face?
I don't know.
But yeah, I think that's very interesting. But yeah, like we said, we were talking about is he coming back in the next episode? I mean, she blessed him away.
Yeah,
So
but does that mean that she, like, I don't think she killed him.
not kill him,
Maybe
but she was not happy with what he said. That's for sure.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because he says like, oh, why do you even care? Your husband is dead. Like he can be dead twice or something like that in the line of it. But yeah, I'm very intrigued by what is coming next with that dynamic and who he actually is if there is somebody else behind that. But yeah, moving on to the next thing, let's talk about a little bit about things that are happening outside the hex or the magic town of Westview. Hayward and Monica are on the opposite sides. I think their interaction there, where Hayward was confronting her that she
Yeah.
was gone, even though it wasn't her fault. But Hayward is really interesting in a way that he doesn't like superpowers. He doesn't like superpowered people.
Seems like that, yeah.
Yeah, and he kind of resents them for some reason. Is there something more personal there that we are gonna find out, or is it just like I'm this guy who doesn't like superpowers?
Maybe the fact that kind of like superheroes were able to save the whole world and kind of like the government couldn't, maybe.
True that, true that. And also, Hayward was experimenting on Vision. We got the confirmation here. First, I mean, he has Vision like beeped up with something, with some tracker. He knows where he is in the anomaly. And also, with all the information that we've got from Darcy, is interesting. He is hiding something. He has something buried down, deep down, with all those information. And interesting thing about, if you remember the file that she sends to Jimmy, the cataract. I searched what cataract actually means, and it's something about losing vision.
Oh, okay.
So it's something with eyes, but because losing vision, I mean, it's interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
vision. But I was surprised how he was against helping Vision. I mean, didn't look. I mean, to me, it was weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
But what do you think is Hayward hiding? Is there something like really big there? I mean, he also let's talk about that as well. He mentions nightmare, very like on the nose, like this is a nightmare. And a couple of times in this episode, we hear the word nightmare mentioned, and nightmare could be a possible villain. He has been confirmed for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse and the Madness of Multiverse, whatever, to be a villain. Could Nightmare be the one who is after Wanda? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe could be. I don't know. I do not know much about that character, but I think that Hayward. I don't think he's the big bad like villain, like some supernatural stuff or something. I just think that he's that type of with alternate plans, government guy who just wants to create some kind of weapon out of vision or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Something
I
like
think there is something like that. But maybe he could be, he could be in like some cahoots with Nightmare as well, or the Devil or whatever.
that. I don't know.
I mean, interesting thing is, I read and you mentioned to me that why Mephisto couldn't be the villain, or it's not gonna be the villain of this show.
Yeah, it's not
is-
like that he couldn't be. It's like that it would be very unwise for Marvel to do. I
Yeah,
think,
so
something like that.
China is a big market for Marvel, and the devil is the problem. If
Yeah.
they have the devil, they know that they're gonna have to censor something or say it,
Yeah,
tell.
but there's a counterpart to that. China also does not like time travel,
Oh,
and
okay.
we all know how Endgame went. So
Yeah, sure.
it could be just never mind. We're doing Mephisto anyway, but I mean, yeah, it could be a thing that
Yeah, and I
they
think
won't use it.
if that's the reason, and they could like potentially mash up two villains, Nightmare and Mephisto, having the same origin, and you've got a guy called Nightmare, and he also has the devil powers. Because
Hmm.
when people are mad about not being really comic accurate. I mean, it's a movie.
Yeah.
It goes the same with like books. You
Mm.
cannot have everything from the books in the movies. Uh,
Yeah,
and
I also look at it kind of differently.
yeah,
I think that movies based on books, it's kind of like uh, more more or less faithful to the book, but this is kind of like inspired by the source material with the comic books and everything, and they don't really have to follow the certain comic book word for word, I would say.
yeah, true that. There's one interesting question in the chat. Captain America goes to put the Infinity Stones back in time where they came from. So where he plays the Mind Stone.
Mm.
So the
Yeah,
first time the
they
Mind
take
Stone
it from the Loki's scepter,
scepter.
right?
So the
Yeah,
first time we see that, well, yeah, Loki scepter. It
yeah.
has to be there.
That he uses to fight the other Captain America in Endgame.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
he put it there. He put
put
it
it there.
there.
Yeah. So here's the answer. A perv.
Well, that was simple.
Yeah, that was
I mean, a
simple.
lunch. Do we
Yeah.
go for lunch now?
But let's go back to Monica a little bit. We also get the confirmation that Monica's blood is changing,
Yeah.
that she is
Hmm.
changing. Does that mean she's a mutant? Does that mean that
Uh,
everybody that's in the anomaly will become mutant?
I don't know. Is it because of the anomaly or is it because of the snap?
True that. I mean,
Yeah.
nobody. So far after the snap, we had only one movie, and that was Far From Home.
Hmm.
So there was no explanation or what the consequences of the snap and another snap
Hmm.
were, besides people just dusting. But I think that beside that, if the Infinity Stones are the biggest power in the Infinity Saga, I think that there are bigger consequences to the snaps besides just dusting people away. So it
Hmm.
could be that as well. But I think it was really interesting, and they are kind of doing that on purpose, that we are now questioning. Does that mean she's a mutant? Does that mean that Infinity Stones were the thing that caused that? But yeah, I think she has powers in the comics. She doesn't get the powers from the mutant gen or anything,
Hmm.
but they could easily change that and make it like that she got powers from Wanda and that's it. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's interesting. But another thing, of course, that we have to talk about Monica is she's gonna meet our aerospace engineer in the next episode, I think.
Hmm.
And I think that could be the biggest thing in the next episode if it's somebody that hasn't been seen so far, and it's freaking Reed Richards. If it's Reed Richards
Yeah.
and it's played by John Krasinski, internet is gonna lose their mind.
Yeah.
And I hope it's that.
Oh yeah, that would be amazing. But I doubt it.
You doubt it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that the space engineer, whoever it is gonna be somebody that we haven't seen, because I think that they wouldn't like tease us in that
Yeah.
way. Just because, I mean, if it's somebody that we already know, why would they hide the name? If it's Shuri, why the heck just don't say Shuri?
That's true, and also people are saying that it could be like that scroll kid that she's talking to in Captain
Could be,
Marvel.
could be. I mean, at the end of the day, it could be Talos. I don't know if Talos has any space
Oh
engineer
yeah, I
But
mean, I would like that cameo.
yeah, I
I would
mean,
like Ben Mendelsohn here.
yeah, I wouldn't mind that. But I think if it is Reed Richards, and even if it isn't John Krasinski, I think
Yeah,
people are going to lose their mind. And it is a possibility. Fantastic Four movie is confirmed. It's coming in like a couple of years.
yeah.
So I think that we're going to see Fantastic Four, or at least characters from Fantastic Four, before we get the movie.
That
Because
would
they
be.
are
I
not
would do it that
fantastic.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would do it like that.
because you have to understand they are not fantastic. They are people, normal people who have like a lot of knowledge, or they are geniuses and everything before they become Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
So I think we will see Fantastic Four before their movie, at least one of the characters, or maybe even two. And
Yeah, I
I,
would love that. Yeah, I would really appreciate that.
and I would like to see that happening in the next episode. But yeah, is it likely that it's Reed Richards? No,
Yeah.
but I would like that. So that's the thing. What else? Vision is trying this whole
Vision.
this whole episode to get a grasp of what the heck is going on, and he's on a lookout. He's in this like street patrol or whatever it is. I don't know,
Yeah.
of the Westview, but
Neighborhood Watch.
Neighborhood Watch, yeah. And he's in his comic accurate like costume from the I don't know 50s, and also Wanda at the beginning. So that is a
And
nice
Pietro.
also Pietro, yeah. And I like that. I think it's a really awesome nod. But yeah, Vision is trying to understand what the heck is going on, and he sees people staying still, people glitching and crying at the same time, and it's creepy as hell. And then he is like that scene with Agnes, kind of messes with everything that we know so far. I have a question. Do you think Agnes is just a good actor, or is it really under Wanda's influence?
You know what? It's so funny to me. So many people theorize about Agnes being, having some plans of her own and everything. But the scene that we saw here was from the trailers. So what? You weren't confused then? It's like I knew exactly what we're gonna get, like, because of the trailers. So still, she could be acting. It could be it definitely was very strange, like the way she laughed, like very witch-like and everything. And so,
and I think it was really awesome to see like Vision. What's an Avenger?
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah,
that was cool. But like you said, her behavior in that scene was like scared. Then she becomes like obsessed, and then she goes to crazy mode, and then she goes back to her sitcom okie dokie neighbor. And yeah, I think something happened with Matisse. I don't know what happened right now, but he's not here. If you can hear me, Matisse, you're not here. So I'm gonna go back to this, yeah, and I'm gonna be alone because I don't know what the heck happened with Matisse. He is not here, at least for me. So I don't know what the heck is going on. Let me check. No, he's not here. He's not here. Anyway, I was where? Well, that's what happens on the streams. People just go away, and I'm sorry. Now I can look at the chat because we were not talking. So let's go back. Wanda is kind of the main villain, yet the main character. I don't think she's the main villain. There's someone. Okay, Matisse is calling me. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, you're back. You froze.
Yeah, I also didn't hear anything from you, so
Yeah, I don't know. Something Discord messed with something.
yeah, and now my camera is blurred.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
and now
okay,
you're back.
now.
Okay. Let's see if it works over here. Yes, it does. We are back.
It's good to be back.
It's good to be back. Well, that's how live streams work. They don't work. We were talking about Agnes. You were talking about Agnes. How?
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you were like that. You're amazed how people were confused by the
Yeah,
scene, and it was in the trailer.
yeah. I don't know. It's still. I still think that it could go both ways. Unless she could be acting, or she could be really trapped there, or something. I don't know.
Somebody, Isaac in the chat says about the aerospatial engineer. I watched that episode in Spanish, and Monica referred to the aerospatial engineer as a woman. So maybe we guys here that speak Spanish know now that it will be a woman.
Yeah,
But
but
in
in
this
this
episode,
episode, she says my guy is like 15 minutes
on the
away or
ridge or
something.
something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
So
I think they're doing that on purpose. They know what
yeah,
they're
that
doing.
they do. They do.
And I think they are like trying to mess with our heads and now speculate, you bastards. And we do speculate. But yeah, that scene with Agnes I think was really good and really showcasing how good Catherine Han is. Han, I don't know.
Han.
Han, I think. Yeah, sure. I think before this show, I saw her in a couple of movies, but I wasn't really familiar with her work at all.
Well, she was Doc Ock in Spider Verse.
Oh, she was voicing the character. I didn't know
Yeah,
that. Oh, nice. But
so it could be connection there.
could be. Who knows? Maybe she's Doc Ock.
Yeah, she's Alfred Molina in
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3.
Well, nobody's not. Tom Holland debunked everything. Nobody's in Spider-Man 3.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But yeah, coming back to WandaVision, Catherine Han.
Hey, ho, ho.
I mean, one thing that kind of was not weird but interesting to me was when Vision woke her up, she
Yeah.
could just leave, but she
Could she?
didn't. I mean, she
she
could
leave?
she could try if she's not under the influence at that moment.
Yeah.
And then before
you know-
he like puts her back to sleep, she
Yeah.
gets crazy. Not after it. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if people can just leave. I think it would be like kind of the same as for Vision.
He did, but he was like, "Yonk."
Yeah, but it was very hard for him to go out of the barrier. So I don't think that if people are lost of their spell, they could just like walk out.
Yeah.
I don't think that's possible.
And also, we don't know if anybody that's in Westview besides Wanda is even alive outside Westview,
Yeah.
which is creepy as hell. Especially if you remember when Wanda and Pietro are talking about, like, Pietro mentions, "Oh, you got all the kids back. I mean, it's really nice that you bring them back for the holidays, and you leave them unconscious." Like, is she really putting all the children from Westview like unconscious?
Yeah, I don't know, man. And also, like, what would make me think otherwise that they're not all dead is when he wakes Norm up and he's like, I have to call my sister. She's taking care of our father. Like, maybe that could be like a jumbled memory from years before he died.
Or maybe
Or-
they were outside Westview in first place.
Yeah, I don't, yeah.
I don't know. But it really is. I mean, people, and we were talking about people staying still. I think that's because Wanda is not in their vicinity. I think she can control people who are close to her. She controls everybody in the anomaly, but to really puppet them around, she has to be near them. If not,
Yeah.
because when Vision is going to the outskirts of this anomaly, people first they're glitching but still moving, and then when he's really on the outskirts, people are just staying still and doing nothing. So I think that's how her like puppeteering works.
Yeah, I don't know. And we didn't even get an explanation why all of a sudden there were kids.
Yeah, as
Like,
well.
it doesn't make it clear if if Quicksilver just asks about it.
Yeah.
Like, we need answers.
Yeah, true that.
Like,
true
what
that.
is going on?
But also, Isaac says Agnes is a witch, and not just because she was dressed as one. I mean, if she,
That's extremely sexist of you. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I think Isaac knows. I think
Yeah,
Isaac knows.
he knows. He
He
knows.
knows. But yeah, if she is a witch, that is awesome hint. But now we are like oblivious to that, and when we are gonna look back, we're gonna be like, "Oh, that was a hint. That was a hint," which is also nice to see when you have the whole show and then you rewatch and you're like, "How the hell did I miss that?" But yeah, we were talking about kids disappearing and not being here and being unconscious. Well, Billy and Tommy are a huge part of this episode, and
Yes, and they were great.
they were great. They are
Like
amazing.
the performances were great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I completely agree. They are using powers.
yeah,
So we have Billy, that has powers that are kind of close to what Wanda has. Like he can sense people. He senses Vision, which is interesting if Vision is dead. Which is how the heck can you feel what is going on with Vision, and why is Wanda not feeling that?
you know what? You got me.
Yeah, and
I don't
also
know.
Tommy is a speedster like his uncle,
Yeah,
and they have like a similar way of speeding around.
yeah. What did you think about the kick-ass joke or reference, or what was that?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I think I watched the review from Dan Murrell,
oh, okay.
and he had like a very interesting theory about this kick-ass thing.
Yeah.
So because Aaron Taylor Johnson did play Kick-Ass in Kick-Ass, that how did he say, like, that in a multiverse, like she can like pluck the same actor that played Kick-Ass but also played her brother.
Okay.
And that's why that's why she is like Kick-Ass, like in a way that she knows about Kick-Ass in some other universe,
Okay.
and that's how she connects. Because I mean, Evan Peters says Kick-Ass, and she's like, Kick-Ass, like she's questioning what the heck is going on.
It's weird that they reference it twice, which
Yeah.
is very like, yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I don't know what happened there. But I like seeing Billy and Tommy using their powers. They are called Wiccan and Speed in the comics. So far, they haven't been named like that. They are Tommy and Billy. No Sparky. So Sparky's still dead, even
Yeah.
though I think we're gonna get him back. So that's interesting. But yeah, at the end, we see, of course, Vision trying to get out, successfully gets out, but we now know he is not able to live on the outside.
Yeah,
And that was
like that's crazy design how he was falling apart with
Yeah,
sound and visuals and everything. Super scary.
and I think that, like you said, very scary, very sad, very adult-like, not for kids.
Yeah.
And like I said, it was really interesting to me that Wanda didn't feel that, but Tommy did. Billy did. Billy did.
I don't know. which
Tommy
one
is the
which.
speedster. Billy is Wanda version.
Okay.
And he's like, "Mom, help, Dad! Something is going on," and she stops everybody. And
Even the movie.
yeah, everybody, absolutely everything that's going on. First, like she blasts Quicksilver
Yeah.
away because he says something dumb.
He was running his mouth. Yeah.
Yeah, he was running his mouth. And then she expends the hex.
Yep.
And now everybody except Hayward and a couple of agents and Monica and Jimmy are outside. But Darcy's on the inside now.
Poor Darcy was just left there.
She was handcuffed to a freaking
Yeah. Truck.
and now she's inside. I mean, does that mean Darcy's gonna get powers?
No, I don't. You know, I don't think it. If it is the force field that kind of like makes you powerful, maybe it doesn't work on everyone. But I still think that it has something to do with the snap, not with the
Yeah.
field.
But now I'm interested to see. Now in the anomaly, you've got a lot of people who know what is going on the inside because they were outside before.
Yeah, but still, it could. She could put them to sleep.
Through that, or just control them.
We're just gonna see how Darcy will act in the next episode.
Yeah. If she's conscious of what is going on, then I will be yet again confused. I mean,
I would definitely. I wouldn't mind if we would start discovering some of the flashback stuff, like from the trailers with her in her cell. Like, I wouldn't mind if you would break away from this narrative now to kind of like explore the backstory. That
yeah,
would be
I
good.
also think that this episode was a breaking point. Now we are going to the big kaboom,
Do
whatever.
you think episodes will now be longer, or will it be the same?
Maybe they're gonna be the same length like the previous was, like 35 minutes or something.
Yeah, this one was pretty much the same.
Yeah, this was like 30, something like
I
that.
think it was a little over, but still, yeah,
I
it's
mean, we've got
it goes
four
by
left.
like that. Yeah, we got three left.
Oh, three left, yes. Or maybe
Mm-hmm.
four. Maybe there's an episode.
Nah, no, no, no. I don't buy that.
Isaac says, remember, next episode is 2000s, Darcy. Darcy in the 2000s. And remember when they said that the only way entering something to that reality is with something from that age. And Darcy is living in the 2000s, so I think she will be conscious. Okay.
Mm. Oh, okay.
Okay. I mean,
Okay.
that also proves a theory that that's why Quicksilver it can be in this episode and in the previous one because he was in the 80s and 90s X-Men version
Yeah.
and Aaron Taylor Johnson wasn't. And that's
So,
why he has a different face.
so now you think that he will be Aaron Taylor Johnson in the next episode?
Could be.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
You know, predicting all of this stuff is just so like it could be anything.
Yeah,
Like,
it
what are
could
we
be.
even doing here?
Good question, Pierre. What is the meaning of the ad? I think that it is the rapid growth of Tommy and Billy, but also
Huh?
representation of us because in Avengers Endgame, Aruso says that he's waiting for the dessert as we are waiting for the big kaboom, the great final. Eh?
Yeah, I didn't get any of that. What did you just say? What's going on?
So Pierre is asking us what is the meaning of the ad, like the
Yeah,
the
the commercial.
the
Yeah,
commercial. Yeah, I think that it is the rapid growth of Tommy and Billy.
but it does it has something to do with death, not with growth.
I mean, the kid in the commercial does grow rapidly, but I
I
think
think
it's
he
more
dies. I think it's
he
time lapse
dies.
of him, yeah, of not being able to open up the food. But people were saying that it has something to do with the fact that kind of like people are not eating in this reality.
Sure.
But I don't.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
I felt more like I think that was more a comparison to how Vision feels in this show. He's
Oh,
trying to figure out what is going on, and because he couldn't open like this world or understanding of the world, he dies
mhm.
yet again. I mean, he lies on the floor. I'm sure he's gonna be alive and well because
Oh.
she's gonna be like vuju juju,
Mm.
and he's gonna be okay. But I think this one was the first commercial that is open to interpretation. It wasn't really on the nose like every single other one. That was more about Wanda's grief and struggles and what she went through her life. I think this one was more like more complex, let's say,
Yeah.
and the weirdest one. Isaac says, I think the ad represents Wanda, the kid, and the shark, the main villain, offering Wanda that he can bring back Vision to life, and she thinks she will live happily with that reality, but is slowly killing her. Could be.
Oh, so like the fact that person in the commercial cannot open the food, that is kind of like she cannot.
open.
Yeah, she can't open Vision. She can kind of like live normally with Vision or something.
Yeah, I mean that yogurt represents like not getting vision back in a sense.
Yeah, it could be.
It
I
could
don't know.
be.
You know what? I don't care.
Yeah, it's the weirdest commercial, and I think it's open for your own interpretation. It wasn't on the nose, and I think it was on purpose.
Yeah, and let me ask you this.
Okay.
Like, because at the end the hex expands and we have no sword facility anymore. Do you think now is the good time to call Doctor Strange?
I mean, I would call Doctor Strange in the third episode or the second one.
Yeah, definitely.
But
Because what are we gonna do now? Are they gonna set up another camp? Wouldn't that would be kind of
no, I think
repetitive?
I doubt that Hayward is gonna go for an Avenger to seek for help because he doesn't like
Could
them.
be.
I think Hayward has a secret weapon that we don't know what that secret weapon is. And Isaac says Matitz cares, he just doesn't know already.
Cool.
So I think
Whatever that means.
I mean, you said about the commercial that you don't
Yeah.
care.
You know what? When it will be explained to me in a very understandable way,
You're
I'm
gonna
gonna be like, "Well, I'm dumb. Of course, that's what that means." But for now, I'm kind of like, "Yeah, sure. It's the shark. It's the pudding. It's the island. It's the circle of life. It's Vision. She can't open Vision.
It's
and eat
Hakuna
Vision."
Matata. What a
Yeah.
wonderful phrase.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think that Hayward is gonna go to Plan C and bring something that secret that Darcy found out, whatever that was.
What did she? What?
I
oh,
mean,
she.
well, not that she. I mean, she opened that cataract thing and sent it to Jimmy.
Yeah.
So that has to be important, and because
People are also saying that they could be like bringing back Ultron or something.
I mean, yeah. I mean, when we see that security footage of Wanda getting Vision back, he's dismembered. He's all over the place. So
Yeah, but
his
why would they try to bring back Ultron? He blew
Ultron
up
was
Rocket-
created. Yeah, but Ultron was created by Tony to save the world or to protect the world.
yeah, I know,
and
but
maybe Hayward
but
thinks.
he vaporized Sokovia.
Well, because he thought that's the best way to protect the universe.
So why would now he think otherwise?
Well, I know, but because Hayward doesn't understand what Ultron was or Ultron is, maybe that's his secret weapon.
Yeah, but I think that it's kind of well documented what Ultron was trying to do. If they know what was happening during the end battle in Endgame,
Or maybe
they know what
Hayward
Ultron
is
was doing.
okay with Ultron's ideology. Maybe he's like, that's the way you have to protect the world, to get rid of some people.
I don't think so.
I mean, Vision was created is a mixture of Ultron and Infinity
Yeah.
Stone. So
I don't know.
if because we don't know which part of Vision is the stone and which one was Ultron. I mean, they could like get back the Ultron part, and Infinity Stone is back in the reality, in the scepter, back in 2000 and I don't know how much.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we can speculate and we're gonna get it wrong. So
Yeah, definitely.
but I wouldn't mind Ultron back. I didn't mind Ultron, so if it makes
Yeah,
sense, why the heck not?
Sure, but
Maybe they're
why?
gonna bring back Ultron just to
Sing the song from Pinocchio.
yeah, sure. But to get maybe Hayward thinks that, like Jimmy said in this episode, you cannot win this war. Maybe he thinks Ultron is the only way, and maybe Vision is gonna fight Ultron again.
I don't know. Something about this just doesn't seem like I don't see Ultron in this story anywhere. So
I mean-
I don't think that makes sense.
Maybe Hayward wants to make Wanda even more mad, and if he brings Ultron in it, she's gonna be very mad. He killed Pietro. And if Hayward made a deal with the devil Mephisto Nightmare to make Wanda mad, because the main point of Mephisto Nightmare mixture, whatever it's gonna be, if it is even a thing that's gonna happen, he wants to get all the power that Wanda has. And he wants to... That's why some people are always asking, how the heck did you start that? Why? I mean, there has to be somebody else there with a bigger like agenda towards Wanda. Because if Wanda doesn't know how the heck they started, what's like she accidentally made this hexagon of and Vision? I mean, that doesn't make sense to me.
Well,
maybe maybe the show at the end will not make any sense. Who knows?
yeah, I'm kind of afraid of that, but I don't think that's what they're gonna do. I think it's gonna be they're gonna try to explain as much as they can.
I mean, there's so many possibilities. Hayward could be a Skrull, a bad Skrull. I mean, we are getting a TV show, Secret Invasion, which is pretty much bad Skrulls invading Earth and presenting themselves as Avengers, as people that we already know. So that could be a thing. I don't know. There's so many things. Maybe Hayward is Hydra.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many possibilities, but I think in the next episode, first we're gonna meet that secret engineer, whoever it is. We're gonna see what Hayward's secret weapon is. We're gonna see Wanda doing what Wanda does.
You know what I think? I think that the next episode will be all flashbacks, and then the last two will both be an hour-long episodes.
I mean, so far we had 3 25-minute. We can calculate, so that's 75 minutes.
Yeah.
Then we had a 35, which is then 100 and...
It was like 6 half-an-hour episodes, yeah.
Yes.
So like we have 3 hours from now.
Yeah.
That would add up if there are 2 hours. It could be roughly 6 hours then in total.
I mean, if 6-hour runtime is correct,
Yeah,
then
I think it is. Yeah. Why would they lie
then
about
we
that?
need longer episodes the next 3 for sure.
Mm.
So I don't mind. I mean, give me a 2-hour one. I'm gonna watch it. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. So yeah, I think we went through everything. If there's anything else, chat, please tell us, ask us. I mean, if you have any theories, leave it in the chat. We're gonna read it and say that, nah, this is far-fetched, or oh my god, I didn't even think about it. But I like seeing and hearing other people's thoughts on this show, because it is one of those shows that you really don't know what's gonna happen. Even if they answer a couple of questions, we get 5,000 more. And I think this episode did that very successfully. So yeah, next episode, it's next Friday. We're gonna do the stream on Friday as well. So we are putting the streams on Friday from now on, because you've got a fresh memory of what happened, even though I've seen the show 2 times already, and I'm gonna see it 2 times more for sure. Do you have anything else to say, except that you like donuts? We know that already.
You know, I saw you drinking Coke during this live stream.
Yeah, it's
I
not
like
branded.
Coke too.
It's
like
not
Coke
branded,
too.
but Coca-Cola. If you think that somebody with 1,600 subscribers can get a brand deal, thank you.
Yeah, looks good. I like Coke.
It is. It's Coke Zero, so no
really
sugar.
Yeah, couldn't really drink a lot of it past week because my throat was sore.
Yeah, you
But
were
you know,
ill.
I'm looking forward to get back to Coke.
Sounds weird.
I know.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this stream. As I said, if you have anything else to say it in the chat. But if not, we're gonna end it here. Do you have anything else to say about the episode? Is there
Oh, about
anything
the
else?
episode.
I
You
mean, you
know
can
what?
say whatever you want, pretty much. I
Uh,
mean, you can say how much you loved the the new Nicolas Cage
oh yeah, that was
movie.
classic.
Yeah, that was a classic.
Yeah, go and check out my video that I
Yeah,
made about Willy's
the
Wonderland.
link is in description to Matit's channel, so check that out.
And you know what? Also, we need to plug it. Both of our reactions to WandaVision.
Oh, true that.
Go and
Thank you,
check those
Matit.
out.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Matit. Yeah, do that. We do that every single Friday. So
As fast as we can.
as fast as we can, because we know we get the views then.
Yeah.
So that's awesome, and we do enjoy it. So hopefully you do too. Yeah, Isaac says, "Poor Wanda, this is not gonna end up well." No, it won't. It won't. Whatever is gonna happen, I mean, yeah, Doctor Strange is the next one. Multiverse of Madness, or Madness of Multiverse, whatever. We're gonna see the consequences there. Probably we're gonna see the consequences of this show also in Spider-Man, even though Tom Holland is really trying to say that nobody's in it.
Yeah, but it's weird. How would we see consequences in Spider-Man 3 if this one is happening before Spider-Man 2 already? Like, that's why I'm starting to...
I think that Spider-Man Far From Home and WandaVision are happening at the same time.
Oh, you think that we're gonna kind of like... that we spent months here? Oh, it could be.
I mean, we don't spend months here because Hayward says it's been 10 days since she stole the body.
And it's happening a few weeks after the blip, but Far From Home is happening 7 months after the blip. So yeah, I don't know if maybe we could like catch up with the time and it is happening simultaneously.
I mean,
Did
maybe
did I say that word right? Simultaneously. Yeah.
Yeah, you said it right.
Surprisingly well.
Yeah, simultaneously. I don't know. I mean, the first Spider-Man ruined the continuity. If you look, I mean, it says
Yeah.
6 years at the beginning or something like that.
I think it says 8 years.
8 years, and it's not actually 8 years. So I wouldn't be surprised. You know what? I don't care. I mean, 8 years, 5 months, 2 days, simultaneously. I don't care. I'm not gonna be upset if at the end they decide, you know what, they were actually happening at the same time because it makes more sense. Sure.
Yeah,
Who cares?
it's gonna be like if this ends on a big note in a big world-altering event, I would be like, I could nitpick and be like, yeah, but why didn't we see any of that in Far From Home? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And yeah.
One is Sony, one is pure Marvel.
Yeah, that's right. The post-credit scene of Spider-Man Far From Home. I mean, okay, yeah, people are saying because J.K. Simmons is in it, that is the consequences already, because he plays the same.
But he's different.
Yeah, well, but he plays the same character.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean, if the problem is if the first Spider-Mans are not canon, that doesn't apply to that at all. I mean, they just cast the same actor for that. So it's just J.K. Simmons once again playing the same character with a different haircut.
Yeah.
Just the title was incredible. Episode 6. What was the title?
Ooh, I think it was like Spooky Halloween or something like that. Let me check.
I don't know what was the title. Because J. Jonah Jameson is there and he's from the Toby universe. Yeah, but he looks differently. He could be the same, but...
Could be the same, and he was like wearing toupee in Sam Raimi.
And he was like, you know what, I'm gonna go with a different haircut and let's just buzz cut the top and leave it on the sides.
Yeah, the title of the episode is All New Halloween Spooktacular.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't have any idea if that means anything.
No, but the titles for these episodes are just super weird
Yeah.
for WandaVision. Did you see some of the titles? It's very like,
I mean,
what's going on here?
the previous one was something superlicious or something. I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah, the weird titles.
I mean, it's episode 6. That's it. That's
Mm.
that's it. I don't. Uh, I mean, most of the shows have titles, but for this show, they
It's
are
not
weird.
that important. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like the Mandalorian that in which they say the title of each episode
Because if it was
at the
important,
beginning.
they would have it at the beginning or something like
Yeah, yeah.
that. But yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Oh my friend, it will be canon. Tom Holland is fooling us. Marvel has lied to us many times. Yeah, it could be true. I mean, maybe Tom Holland has finally found a way how to lie to the press, and he knows how to do the Marvel game. I mean, Kevin Feige blatantly said no X-Men until, like, I don't know, Phase 7. I mean, the first show that comes out, we've got an X-Men connection in some way. So, of course, he could be lying. I mean, Kevin
And
Feige.
yeah, and Pietro says in this episode, I have like an XY gene or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
They are doing everything that Marvel is doing. And Kevin Feige and all the other producers and directors and writers and actors, everything is on purpose. That is why this franchise works for 10 effing years with 23 movies. Now we're gonna get 10,000 shows. I think that in a couple of years, nothing's gonna make sense because we're gonna have so much content that we're gonna be like, wait a minute, in Moon Knight, how the hell does Doctor Strange? Wait, Blade? Was Blade? I mean, we're gonna have so much content, we're gonna be so confused, but we're gonna love it because it's gonna be amazing. I think that this franchise can go for 50 years, and I'm gonna be in 50 years. I'm gonna be 75, and I'm gonna be like, Iron Man. And the Robert Downey Jr. is gonna play the real old Iron Man.
Yeah.
And maybe Chris Evans can play himself, like for real, as an old Cap. He's not gonna need any makeup.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kevin Feige is really good at misdirection. So sure. I mean, just look at the first 6 episodes of this. When I was like predicting before any of the episodes, I pretty much missed all of my predictions. Pretty much all of them. I was like, yeah, this is gonna happen. It didn't happen. This is gonna for sure happen. Yeah, it didn't. So
Are you surprised?
no, I wasn't.
Okay.
But I think that what is next? Falcon and Winter Soldier is gonna be much more straightforward because it's gonna be grounded. But
That's gonna be spy stuff. Yeah.
but I still think we're gonna get so many great surprises, even in other shows that are more grounded than this is. I think Loki's gonna be crazy as heck. There's gonna be so many multiverse madness shite happening there because he's gonna be jumping through the time and universes. We're gonna see freaking Black Adam in that. I don't know. Then we have like Miss Marvel, which is yet again is gonna be very grounded, more like high school. This exploration of adolescent who is dealing with her powers, being a fan of Captain Marvel, which is completely something else. So, I mean, yeah, I love Marvel. What can I say? So that's pretty much it. Yeah. Okay. We are done. We've been talking for an hour, and I think that's enough. So yeah, thank you, Matisse, for being here. We're gonna be here next Friday with another spoiler review for WandaVision episode
Wait, I didn't
7.
see it yet.
Which one?
Or okay, yeah, next week. Okay.
Next week. Yeah.
Continue.
So stay tuned for that. Also check Matit's channel. He does the same thing. He did a reaction for Nicolas Cage new movie, so check that out.
Oh yeah.
But Daredevil in Spider-Man 3 and in She-Hulk 2. Sure. I'm up for it. But yeah. What else?
But Ben Affleck's Daredevil.
Yeah. I mean, why the heck not? I mean, why the heck not?
Ben was trying, like he was
Yeah.
saying, like Kevin Feige really knows his stuff.
Yeah,
He's the
Kevin
best
Feige is the
producer
best
alive.
producer. Yeah, so why?
And
I
you're
mean,
like, okay, Ben, come here.
he was
come here, Ben."
fondling the balls. He didn't do such a thing, or at least so far we didn't. We don't know anything that happened. But yeah, so thank you for being here. Thank you everybody who watched this stream. Thank you everybody in the chat. And thank you for being here. And that's gonna be it. So we see you next Friday. Goodbye, bye bye, juju, la la, tra la.